Under the flags of Argentina, the Welsh 15 today play the cream of Argentina. Now, when this team went over to South Africa, they were known as the Jaguarete, after a South American animal. They found that rather a difficult word to say in South Africa, and they've been known ever since as the Pumas. And they were considered in South Africa to be a better side than the Welsh side that went over there in 1964. So the Welsh team are really up against it, the biggest test of the tour so far. In the Argentine side, there are three players the Welsh have met before. At fullback, Jorge Seaton, who will be wearing number 15, and the two wing forwards, Loyola, who played for Belgrano in the first game and wearing number 6, and Chester, who played for the Interior in the second game, and he'll be wearing number 7. Hector Silva, the captain, is number 8. Wales field the same 15 as that which beat Belgrano in the first game of the tour, with the exception of hooker, where Brian Rees, wearing number 19, comes in instead of Norman Gale. And just a reminder that they don't wear positional numbers. Each player on this tour retains the same number throughout every game. Well, John Dawes won the toss and has elected to play against the wind. It's a somewhat diagonal wind, but what there is of it is behind the Pumas. As in blue and white hoops, they play from left to right, and it's Seaton the fullback, and it looks as though it's gone out of play and over the dead ball line, and it looks as though it'll be a scrum back in the middle. Argentina playing from left to right then. George Seaton, their fullback, having started, and you could see the way the wind was blowing diagonally there, the way the ball went. And it's the first scrum of the game now. Wales playing from right to left. Capacity crowd here at the Gimnasia y Esgrima. And Glyn Turner, number 20, the Ebu Vale inside half, to put the ball into the first scrum of the game. Good heel by Wales, held in the back row. Bennett. And Daniel chasing it, so is Travaglini. And Daniel still has it. And now as he's coming back on the Welsh side, no, it'll be a set scrum. No, a line out, the ball had gone out of play. Alejandro Travaglini, the left wing for the Pumas, to throw into the line out. Wales robbed them of it there, but it was a knock on, and we'll have a set scrum. Senor Colombo, the referee, having a word with both front rows. Senor Ricardo Colombo, we haven't seen him on this tour so far. And this Argentinian side, a really big one. They're a big bunch of players. Wales have it again. To Bennett. And Bennett hampered there by Loyola. Not finding touch, it's a knock on. And we'll have another scrum. No action yet. And Wales just inside the Pumas half. Turner getting it straight. And Rees with the third heel in 3 scrums. Turner with a kick and ground gain for Wales. Just inside the Pumas 10-yard line. Laurie Daniel, captain of Pontypool, schoolmaster, throwing in on the Pumas 25. Right at the back, Gray misses it, and it's Chester there on the Pumas 25, but Wales have it again beautifully. And now it's a ball with it. Ball through again, a second good run that Ball has had. Hughes is up there, so is Baxter, but it was a knock on, and we'll have a set scrum. But Wales looking far more dangerous than they have on the tour so far. Packing down there, number 17 for Wales, Morris. And Dennis Hughes, number 11, at number 8. And offside there against Dave Morris, and a penalty to the Pumas. Hector Silva there with a sweatband, the Argentinian captain. No, he's given it to Seaton, the fullback. And that was a good one. Andy Morgan under it and out of play. And that was a quick bit of work there by Morgan, which Baxter didn't take advantage of, and we'll have a set scrum. Adolfo Echagari
putting the ball in the scrum, and the referee having a word with the front rows. And he's warning Rees against swinging, and it's a penalty. A penalty to Argentina, and Seaton coming up with a slightly easier chance than they had earlier on in the game. This will be pretty nearly a 50-yard kick. Seaton, the Pumas fullback, number 15 there, just inside the Welsh half, to see if he can open the scoring after just over 10 minutes play. That's a better one, and he just pulled it, and it's over the dead ball line for a 25 dropout. A good try that by Seaton. Phil Bennett with a dropout. There's Anthony there underneath it, and it's a knock-on for a set scrum. The second row of Argentina, Otanio and Anthony. Bernardo Otanio and Anthony, Adrian. Wales have it from the scrum. Turner waiting for it. Offside surely, yes, and that'll be a penalty to Wales. Offside there against the back row forward. And John Williams complaining to the referee that the ball isn't quite blown up properly, but the referee says it is. John Williams, the fullback, with a kick. And that was taken there by Chester. And Chester with a good kick, and Argentina on the attack. Andy Morgan to the line out. Well back there. Silva with it. And it's a scrum. No, it's a penalty to the Argentine for entering the loose scrum from the wrong side, and Seaton now must surely make it 3-0 to the Pumas, and if he does, you'll hear a big shout from this capacity crowd. Seaton with a kick. It's a good one, 3-0. And it's Bennett to restart the game, a man in front, and we'll have a set scrum. Echegare, the Argentinian inside half. Pumas have it, Echegare running away without the ball, and now it's Dave Morris coming through there, dangerously onto the Pumas 10-yard line. Now can Wales get it back? Secondary possession is wanted, but I don't think it'll emerge from there. No, set scrum. Glyn Turner with a put in, and no heels against the head so far, but he said not in straight, says Senior Colombo, and a penalty to the Pumas. And the referee saying, come here, Brian Rees, and I think he's having a word with him because he had a word with the referee. And Brian Rees, being suitably chastised, goes back, and it's Seaton coming up again. Is he going to try one? No, it's the quick one this time to Seaton. Glyn Turner going for it, and a bounce there, lucky for the Argentine, and played down on the Welsh 25. Outside the Welsh 25. Echegare, the Puma scrum half, going blind, darting along. He's got Walter outside him. Walter a good run, and he's put a foot in. Yes, he put a foot in all right. Walter making a spectacular dive there, but no doubt about it that he put his foot in touch. Andy Morgan to throw in. Well back in the Welsh side. Turner after it on his own line. Wales are in trouble. And I think the referee is going to award a try when he gets onto the bottom of that. No, stand up, he says. Let's see what's going to happen. This is the most voluble referee we've had on the tour so far. And let's see what emerges from this little lot. Yes, he's awarding a try. He's awarded a try after 24 minutes. Seaton to see if he can make it 8-0. It's 6-0 at the moment to Argentina, 25 minutes into the first half. And it is, it's good. No, just wide, 6-0. Seaton failed with that conversion. 6-0 to the Pumas, and nearly 26 minutes gone in the first half. Phil Bennett to restart the game, 6-0 down, and once again there was a man in front, and it'll be a scrum back. Etchegaray into the scrum on the halfway line. Etchegaray going away without it. Now he's got it, and darting along him misses it. Seaton comes up, and Wales on the attack there. Dave Morris up to the 25, so is Tony Gray. Tony Gray badly tripped there as he was following up, and a good attack by Wales there, right into the Pumas 25. Wales attacking, Laurie Daniel into the line out. Wales 6 points down. Right to the back to Tony Gray, back to Turner, to Bennett, Bennett to Dawes, and John Williams comes up to make the extra man. Is he allowing that as adjustment? No, he's not. He says it's a knock-on. We'll have a set scrum. Wales back on the attack now for the first time, and Etchegaray into the scrum. It's a slow heel by the Pumas. Back to darting Alonge, and he finds touch just outside his own 25. Andy Morgan, nicknamed the Beetle over here because of his sideboards, and throwing the ball into the line now just outside the Pumas 25. Back to Gray, and now it's Billy Mainwaring with it. Mainwaring barging his way through. Now he's got support, out to Baxter, Turner with it, Turner with a good run, he's got his men outside him now, a good run by Glyn Turner of Ebbw Vale, up to the Pumas 25, out there now to Glenn Ball. Glenn Ball had Daniel outside him. Good defensive work there by the Pumas, and it's way out there to John Williams now. John Williams beautifully taken. Gives it out there now to Phil Bennett. Phil Bennett away on a darting little run of his own. Bennett through, no, not quite, he's pulled down there by Pasquale. And now it's John Dawes. John Dawes giving it out. Dave Morris to John Lloyd. And the Welsh forwards passing it about. They're now inside the Pumas 25. And Wales looking a lot more worthwhile in their attack than they have been so far. Now referee Colombo has spoken this time to the Pumas forwards, and it's Etchegaray, their scrum half. Rees now gets one against the head. Turner to Bennett, Bennett to Ball, to Dawes, Dawes to Andy Morgan with the ball on his own. Nice little dancing run back to the forwards. Was it a forward pass? And now it's Turner with it, Phil Bennett, and now here's Daniel going with it. Daniel with a great run, he's trying to push himself over. Have Wales scored? No, it's a touchdown and it'll be a dropout. But Wales looking far more dangerous now. And now darting along it, coming up with a quick kick which didn't come off, and the referee's whistle goes. Darting along it to restart the game for the Pumas. And the man in front there by the Pumas, and it'll be a scrum on the 25 in the middle of the field. "30 minutes gone. Pumas 6, Wales 0. Glyn Turner with a put-in. Good heel there by Rees. And now it's Dennis Hughes coming out with it, but well taken there by Silva, his opposite number, on the Pumas 25. And Etchegaray to Dartigalonge, Pasquale, and nice run there to Travaglini. Travaglini going up, John Williams. A lovely kick ahead by Travaglini. Can he get it on the bounce? Oh, very bad luck there, but the Pumas are still in possession on the Welsh 25. Now can they get it back? A great run there by the left wing, Travaglini. And we should blow up now, I think. Butler with a wild kick, Bennett a fly kick. And now it's Pasquale with it as the referee blows his whistle. Just over 8 minutes to go in the first half. Wales 6-0 down. But it's from Wales we've seen the passing movements. The scores for the Pumas have come more from Welsh mistakes. Turner into the scrum, and let's have it in again. Turner with a put-in, Rees with a heel, Bennett going blind, and he jinks past Loyola. He's got Daniel outside him, and finds touch inside the Pumas half. Travaglini into the line-out, and half-time very nearly upon us. And that is half-time, and it's Argentina 6, Wales 0, and Wales now have really got to fight back in the second half with the wind behind them. And these are some of the Welsh reporters over here in Buenos Aires. Peter Williams, John Williams, his father, among them. Not perhaps as happy as they're looking, because they're 6 points down at half-time, but Wales with the wind behind them will have to produce something a little better in this second half. Phil Bennett to restart the game for Wales, 6 points down, and that'll be dead ball and 25 yards gained. Wales now with the wind behind them, and if they can use this wind wisely, 6 points may not be enough for the Pumas. Seaton coming up. No, it's Dartigalonge with a high kick. John Williams again, Canasta Williams under it and claims a mark. John Williams, the man they've christened Canasta, which means basket, and that's as safe as they say he is out here. He's had a very good tour indeed. And now it's Gary Owen into the 25. Silva, the captain's under it. I think we'll call that adjustment, and an awkward kick there and into the Pumas 25 in the first minute of the second half. Laurie Daniel to the line-out. Wales on the attack now. Pumas did most of the attacking in the first half, but it's a blustery wind, and it's mostly behind the Welshman now. Right to the back, it's not straight, and it's a set scrum. Etchegaray into the scrum. Handley gets it back to Dartigalonge, and just inside the Pumas 25. And it's Turner now in trouble on his own 25. Back to John Williams. John Williams, well played, giving it out to Bennett. He drops it. Advantage played there, and it's a knock-on, so we'll have a set scrum with the Pumas back on the attack after a good breakaway by their forwards. Pumas attacking, Etchegari, their little scrum half, to put the ball in. And it's Silva there from the scrum, giving it to the shoulder, and it's very nearly over there. Wales in trouble, fighting back now. Chester very nearly over, but we'll have another set scrum. Pumas attacking. Argentina shout the crowd. And Pumas have it against the head just when they needed it. On the attack, just short of the Welsh line. Brought down there. And it's emerged eventually. And that's a good one now to Daniel. Daniel come tearing down the line now. He's got John Williams inside him. And he's gone past his man. Beautifully to John Williams. John Williams there. And it's Turner going away. A great try by Wales. A magnificent try from one end of the field to the other. And Glyn Turner of Ebervale finishing it off. A great movement there by Wales from one end of the field to the other, with Daniel making the initial running, giving it to John Williams. John Williams a pass to Turner, and Turner scores under the posts. Dawes to try and make it 6-5. And he has 6-5 it is, and 13 minutes gone in the second half. Only 1 point in it now then, and 14 minutes gone. Darting along it to restart the game. Baxter underneath it there, and not able to do anything with it, and we'll have a set scrum. But if Wales can keep that open play going, they stand a very good chance now, just a point behind, and 15 minutes gone in the second half. Etchegari into the set scrum, slow heel, Silva again going for it. And round comes Turner. He's not offside this time. And now the whole Welsh pack have come round after it. Has the ball gone out of play? Yes, it has, and we're on the Welsh 10-yard line. Daniel, the captain of Pontypool, this next season, into the lineouts. That's Handley, the hooker, with it, number 2. Round comes Reese's opposite number. Butler's there, number 4. And number 11 there, Dennis Hughes. And one group of players has gone one way and the ball's gone the other way. And now let's start all over again. But eventually, it's Farina with it. And we're on the halfway line. Etchegari trying the break. And we'll have a set scrum. And now Turner's with a put in. John Williams has come up. And once again, John Williams is going blind and gets it. John Williams, the full-back. That's an awkward one for Seaton to deal with, but he takes it beautifully underneath his own post as Daniel comes up. And a good kick there by Seaton. Takes play right outside the 25 again. Wales back on the attack now. 21 minutes gone in the second half. Daniel to the line out. Back to Gray. This time John Lloyd's up there with him. And now Butler with it. Butler nicely there to Dawes, and now it's Lynn Baxter going through, gives it out to Andy Morgan. Morgan over the 25, a good run there. He gets it inside, but good defensive work by the Pumas and play inside the Pumas 25. Mario Walter, their right wing, to throw it in for the Pumas. But it's Wales doing most of the attacking in this second half, as did the Pumas in the first. Bad one back from the line out there. Now can Wales get possession? But the whistle goes and we'll have a set scrum. Pumas ball just outside their own line. And very nearly got against the head there by Brian Rees. The sun's gone out, it's much colder now, much more like the weather at home, and that was well taken there by Seaton, an awkward pass to deal with. On his own line, he gets the ball safely away. One feels that if only the Welsh forwards can get quick possession Wales are in with a chance now. There it is, back to Gray. Butler has it. And now it's Turner away. Morgan. Pulled up just short. Now get it back. But the whistle's gone. Wales still attacking. Etchegaray with it. Pumas on their own line. Watch the offside. And eventually it's a penalty to the Pumas for offside, and they played that one very well indeed. Hector Silva with the ball, making the mark. And giving it to Seaton, the fullback. And once again against the wind, only able to find touch inside his own 25. Andy Morgan to the line out. Wales still behind, 6-5. Mainwaring up there. But lost it there to Etchegaray, to darting along the outside half. Morgan very nearly getting it. And play now outside the Pumas 25. Morgan to the line out. Mainwaring gets it beautifully. Turner to Bennett, to Dawes, to Ball. Ball beautifully taken there by Pasquale. And now it's Dawes pulled down again, and now it's Travaglini. One-footed up to Bennett, outside his own 25. He falls, can't make the mark, but it's scrambling play there over on the right. Dawes going after it, and the ball goes out of play well downside in the Welsh territory as Walter, it is, the right wing, comes storming up. Pumas profiting there on Welsh mistakes and coming back to the attack with a will. But it was from such a position as this that Wales scored their try. Let's see what happens now. No, good possession there by the Pumas, but a fly kick by a Welsh boot puts a just inside the Welsh 25. 27 minutes gone, 6-5 to the Pumas in the second half. Walter with a throw in, but Wales have it this time. Turner to Bennett. Bennett with a kick. Seaton underneath it, beautifully. Oh, very bad luck. Daniels up on him, and he gets it out of play very well indeed. Daniel to the line out. Can Wales pull something out of the bag now in the closing seconds of this game? Well, the closing minutes anyway. Up to Seaton, and Seaton, this very good fullback. But now we're still inside the Welsh half. Daniel to the line out. And now it's Dave Morris with it. John Lloyd, Butler there, Daniel going back, but the referee's whistle is gone. And it was Raul Lajola coming up there. Clint Turner into the scrum. But the whistle goes. Etchegaray, this very nippy little Argentinian scrum half, has given Turner a very busy afternoon. Turner. Bennett, a difficult pass to deal with, but Dawes has it now. And that was number 3 there, Farina, calling for a mark and being awarded it. Farina with a kick. It's a Gary Owen. No, it's gone out of play. As Travaglini came up, so did Brian Rees. Inside the Welsh 25. 3.5 minutes left for play, and Wales have left it too late, one feels now. A lot of interference in the lineup, but now then, can they start another one from their own line? Dawes with a kick. It's gone a little bit too far. Seaton comes up beautifully inside the Welsh half. Left-footed, finds a good kick, and Seaton's had a good game for the Pumas today. Just about 3 minutes left for play. If Wales are going to do anything, they've got to do it now. Back to Etchegaray, he's in trouble and runs out of play, and we'll have another line out. Morgan to the line out. Wales haven't been able to get it cleanly. Bennett has it, but the referee's whistle has gone yet again. He might have allowed the advantage there, one fields. Anyway, it's taken quickly there. To Bennett again, but it's 10 yards back. They didn't retreat quickly enough. And now it's Turner again to Bennett. And are we going to have a little passing? Bennett in trouble. Gives it out to Hughes. Dennis Hughes well brought down there on his own 10-yard line. And Wales looking very indeterminate indeed at the moment. Can't really get going. And it's a penalty to the Pumas, and just about 2 minutes left for play. 2 minutes left for play. They're leading 6-5. They're going to take their time about this. And who can blame them as Seaton comes up to take the kick. And Seaton coming up now to see if he can make it 9-5. And by jingo, if he does, this crowd will get excited. It's not a bad try. It's a good one. And it's over. 9-5. And Argentina must surely have won this game now. Bennett with a kick. Well taken there by Hanley, the hooker. Inside the Puma half now. Wales must do something now. Here comes Daniel back. Daniel, well taken. John Williams is there too, and Daniel finds touch. And this could be Cardiff Arms Park for the singing, and who can blame them? Rugby history could be made here today. Argentina leading Wales 9-5, and the great shout of Puma that you hear every now and again reverberating around this particular corner of Buenos Aires. And the referee has blown short of time, but it doesn't matter. It's a great moment for Argentinian rugby. They've beaten Wales 9-5, and the crowd storm onto the field. It's just like Cardiff Arms Park for the singing and the crowd storming on. Congratulations to the Pumas. They've beaten Wales 9-5.
Well, with me I have the manager of the Welsh touring party in South America, Glyn Morgan. Your first reaction to the Pumas win, Glyn?
Well, it would be idle for me to pretend that I'm not bitterly disappointed. Having said that, I take nothing away from the Pumas, who surprised us by the ferocity and the desperation with which they played. They are certainly a much more capable side than we had led to believe when we left home.
What about the standard of the Argentine Rugby Union football? It's a lot higher than it's been, isn't it?
I don't pretend to know a great deal about the history of the Argentine rugby football, but they certainly play rugby football very hard, very hard. They lack the depth of rugby football that perhaps we may have at home, but nevertheless their methods are very effective, and it's very difficult for a home country side to play against the tactics that they adopt in these games.